collaboration of poetry and photography with photographer Maria Haro. It just came out in December 2018. And it continues the themes of the city, but it has a bunch of love poems, so I'll read a few from here. This is a poem called Sometimes I Feel Like a Mechanic, and it's a lot about all the things that we're trying very hard every day, writing, translating, raising kids, anything that we try to do. Sometimes I feel like a mechanic. Sometimes I feel like a mechanic, hammer and wrench instead of hands, fitting the small parts, turning them this way and that, until they lock together, tight, teeth clenched. I test the wheels, try the belt, turn the engine on and off and on again, listening to the wheezing, the whir until it works, and the growl comes on, and the propeller starts flipping and swooshing, and the shiny thing lifts into the air and flies into the world, leaving me behind with my greasy hands and grimy nails, grinning. And since Valentine's Day is coming up, here's a poem about chocolate. It's called Why I Love Chocolate. Because it starts with a small white flower in the Theobroma cacao tree, whose name means food for the gods. Because chocolate is old and well-traveled, and cocoa beans were used as currency by the Aztecs. Because it comes from the plumed serpent Quetzalcoatl, a god cast away for sharing chocolate with humans. And shelling the cocoa beans from the pod mimics removing human hearts in sacrifice. Because it's fermented, roasted, and bitter, and like life can cover surprises and liquor. Because 50 million people around the world depend on it. Because it thins the blood and soothes the mood. Because Montezuma and Casanova consumed it. Because I grew up not having it, wanting it, and waiting for it in line for hours, as if it were a holy relic. Because it's forbidden, because it stands for love, food for this goddess, and blooms in my mouth, sweet dark flower. Love me. With gusts of wind through lace curtains and white bed sheets, love me with water, endless spring rain. Love me with chocolate and champagne. Fill bathtubs, tunnels, and pipes. Love me like fire, blindfolded in light, like a rock concert in a burning library, like a bullet train leaving the stations with cellos and violins. Love me like ghosts in the old palace with hammers and swords. Love me like war with dust tanks and Humvees. Crunch me between your teeth like a rose stem. Love me like a bargain, like a barter. Give me your heart and I'll give you rice and a chicken for it. Love me like the sun loves the moon, soup the spoon, and cheesy pasta hugs the fork. Love me like a breeze in your hair. Love me like your breath, like all life and all death. This is a little poem called About Languages. In what language does the house painter paint? Does the wind in Chile speak Spanish to the trees? Do the gulls over the Hudson River cry Whitman's verse? And what about the Statue of Liberty? In what language does she keep silent? And here is, I wanted to write a few odes, so I have about 3 odes in this book. Ode to the traffic lights. The city wears you as jeweled pins. Must be nice to have so many obey your commands, to allow or not allow the right of way. Oh, traffic lights, most useful machines watching us from above with your cyclops red eyes. You don't care if someone's in a hurry, if anyone misses the plane, or if I'm late to pick up my daughter from school. In the strongest storm, you sway at the crossroads and attempt to tell the wind to stop. Unfazed, even after a robbery late at night, you still change your light to green, letting the thief get away. Don't walk, you order me, and give me a minute to look up at the parallel movie of the sky, And think about the traffic lights from all the cities in the world and their quiet, benevolent dictatorship. Walk, you say next, and millions of us do, crossing the streets thoughtless, rhythmically flowing like blood cells in the city veins. Here's one called A Tree in Winter. Don't think of me as naked, shivering in the cold wind. Don't think I'm dead or worse. Don't pity me, for you don't know resistance. My strength is underground, in the country of bones and red worms, where flags fly upside down. When the wind bends my branches, listen for battle noise, the rising, sprawling riot of the roots. An army gathering